Resume this amazing here another episode of Wargame Airland Battle. Today we begin day 6 of the campaign. So let's clear up some stuff first. Okay, so after yesterday's fighting, the Mora sector is now completely ours, although there's still a NATO battle group in there, and Christiansand has been secured. So what are we going to do today? So this battle group here, the one in Stockholm, I think give it one more order of rest and recuperation. After that I'm probably going to move it to Orabo so it can tackle both Gothenburg and Vimmerby if any attacks come. Although I might just keep it in Stockholm because that's the high value point sector, but Orabo would allow us to cover it, so I don't know, we'll see what happens. The Karlstad sector, let's have a look at these guys. I can find this stupid selection. It's always impossible to find in this. It's over here. No, it's down there. Nowhere near it. Right. I'm going to move these guys to Oslo. We still have to secure Stavanger and Bergen, so I think reinforcements to Oslo will probably help greatly. These guys, I'm still going to rest and recuperate. They're ready for action, so they'll rest and recuperate. These guys up here, let's have a look at them. Okay. These guys are low in rest and recuperate, but actually, I think I'm going to use an aerial recon on Airland. Right, there's nothing there, so they can probably secure that. And see, Bergen maybe? There's one group in Bergen, so if it attacks Airland, they'd be involved in a fight. You know what, I'm going to give them rest and recuperation orders, and the Polish force that is also there, they're going to attack Airland. Initiative doesn't really matter to them, but they're a defensive playstyle anyway, so it doesn't really matter if they get destroyed. Meanwhile, Trondheim, that force is still one of the reserves. The main tank force that landed in the rear sector, this one here I believe, guards tank. I don't think it actually matters. I think both are guards tank divisions, but they're going to be moving south. All the others are still in full. No, these guys are still. Okay, these guys are going to recover while these guys move south. Battle's continuing here. These guys are moving in. Everyone's resting and recuperating. These guys at Trondheim, are they full rest and recuperation yet? Yes, they are. So we can just leave them where they are. So in terms of divisions, there's, what can we call in? We can call in an air assault brigade into the rear, or an independent VDV, which we can call in at harbours and airports. I think I'll leave this for now. I've got plans for it later. We still have this tank brigade, which I think can only be called into the rear, but we've got enough tank brigades for now. So my plan is in the long term. So these guys reinforce Oslo in case a counterattack from Stavanger. This guy keeps the Sweden side of things secured. We'll finish off this Canadian force today, then move through Lillehammer Gaul. These guys will capture Airland. We capture Bergen, airlift in the 345th Independent VDV Regiment, and then we can have a big old fight at Stavanger and win the game in no time. These guys are sort of reserve forces. So I'm not going to spend any points today because we'll need them for securing Bergen. But let's set the orders and see if we have more than one fight. We probably won't actually have more than one fight. No, it's just the fight against the Canadians. Well, let's launch this fight. Right, so here we go. Right, the Canadians are in the centre, so we're going to want to deal with that by deploying our command vehicles as usual. We own all the sectors of the map, as well make use of them. Now we have to defend them. Now they've got centre and they can come from pretty much any direction they choose, so we're going to set up ambushes to try and counter them, because they can attack from any direction. We're going to have to use quite frugal means of defense, I'd say. Alright, we're going to actually only use the Strelas, not the Bucks in this, because Bucks are more useful against Gats. The Strelas should be able to handle themselves well against just helicopters. So I think that's a more frugal setup here. And here I think I'm gonna set up 2 groups of motorstrelki. Set up here. Keep recon either side. And again another frugal anti-aircraft platform. So they're gonna cover here, they'll cover here into Boris. Up here I'm gonna want some kind of recon unit. I'm just gonna say I want to be frugal though, so let's just stick with this. I'm going to want to cover all recon units just because there's a lot of gaps that they can break in the lines, and it's just not something you want to be exploited. So these guys will push into Boris, secure it. These guys will hold Opdal recon units should alert us to problems elsewhere, and then all the funding will go up through Malum and into center. Okay, I think that's all the points I want to spend, so let's launch the battle. You go here, you go here, you go up here, you go down here, you stay to the back. See, everyone else is more or less already ingrained. I want you to advance up a bit here, because I want a bit of forewarning. And you come with him. Forewarning here. Then you move up, see what we have to deploy. I think I'm going to deploy a T-80 off the start, just so we have some meaty firepower. I'm definitely going to be attacking center as the main point of attack. Recon helicopter, always good. I'll probably be making more use of the Su-25 snipe CVs, trying to deny their expansion. Is he actually moving? Oh yeah, these units are incredibly slow. I should probably use the move fast command. Support, obviously you will want to support on this side. So Strelas, looks like they're already attacking. Let's bring in the Mi-24. Okay, that, I don't have any aircraft. Oh, I know what it is. It's an ADATS. That's what it is. It's not American, Canadian unit. Not even sure if I've mentioned it before, but it's a very annoying. It's a sort of combined 80GM AA missile thing, which is incredibly irritating to deal with because you can't deal with tanks, you can't deal with aircraft. Barely nothing works against it. Most strong, you're being killed. Right, those grizzlies being dealt with. What do we have here? Change your altitude. Okay, what do we have? That's probably an ADATS, swarmed grizzly, command vehicle. I'd say rocket artillery would be the best way to deal with this thing. You fly in here. I want you to resupply. You back off a bit. Tanks. That's not really coming into your range, but you can keep your distance safely enough, I'd say. Let's find another one. You find your position right here. I think infantry are going to be a good call here, just because that's the only thing the ADATs can't touch. In terms of logistic support, these guys are firing a lot of missiles. Hopefully they're hitting a lot of things. Frame rate drops, that's probably caused by these BM-21s. They do get through their missiles. Right, we're going to need something to take out that ADATS. What's our best artillery? A Maskras? Not the best, but I don't know, with this range they should do a decent job. Okay, they're bringing swarms of units over there. BM, I think I have another grad set up somewhere. There it is. Right, target this sector. What are we going to want to deal against this? That is a huge swarm of infantry. I don't think I'm going to be able to contain it at that level. It's probably best to fall back at this stage. Let's bring in a T-80. Keep these guys pulled out. That is a powerful attack. I want to respond in kind in some way. Let's dollop some more rockets out on this. Yeah, that's in part neuter our Air Force. It's a powerful force, right? BMBs are good because they act as very cheap AGKM platforms to harass their more expensive units. which will work well. He's swarming in. Where's the range of that Cobra? Probably being unfair on it. Right, where are your Mi-24s? Let's regroup. You know you're not flying close enough together. You move up. You start firing specifically at the AT-ATs. Wow, that spread is not good. As someone who's used to good high quality units, that is not good at all. Let's try to keep backing up. Bring out another T-80. Needs a lot of firepower to deal with these grizzly swarms. I2 keeps. Let's keep doing these salvos. If we're going to do an HEKM drill, I want them severely panicked. Damn, you're not even in range yet. That's pathetic range. On your RPG 7Vs. Still, should do okay. I want you to primarily target the AT-ATs. With them out, you can start calling in Su-27 bombing runs. Okay, Rick, I want you to do a bit of sneaky recon. T-80s, you're not getting the correct lines of sight. Of course, now they're responding with various units. Right, you get another salvo ready. I want these guys dead fast. Right, those guys got a lot way too close. Infantry don't move that fast. We must have let it slip in the reconnaissance department. If the infantry got that close without me seeing, or without being completely shredded by T-80 cannon fire. It's where flamethrower tanks can come into some use. Right, let's get the T-80 up, start taking these guys out. Reinforce him with a brother T-80. Pity I don't have some more keep meat shields type tanks. Oh well. And I'll start by in command vehicles, I think. Oh wow, that's a major frame rate drop. I think that's just because I'm firing off rocket salvos while fighting's going on. My computer can't handle this. This game is too good for my computer. Oh yeah, my Mi-24s are letting loose with the rockets. Oh, hello. I saw you there. I saw an AT-ATs and a command vehicle. We're gonna have to do something about that. Right, recon. You'll reconnaissance with a helicopter, and we'll save up and get a tank. Do some shooting of it. They're probably heading for Carrollton, I'd guess. Most of this stuff's easy for a T-80. Right, supplies are coming in. Could counter around Boris, but there isn't really that much point to this time. Right, let's get the T-80 in. Give it some ground recon. Some support. Supply trucks. Where is it? Where the second T-80's coming around. Get these BMPs that are out of missiles the enemy FOB. I know I have one, but I'm really lazy, so I'm not capturing it. Where's REAC? I want you to get a bit aggressive. Here. This T-80 seems to be missing a lot of shots. Let's just make a strafing run on these mortars. I want to test the waters. Probably shouldn't be testing it with a state-of-the-art Su-25, but yeah, I'll probably make it out fast enough. Right, missiles are in there. Come on, nah, I got hit. Okay. Well, let's get a bunch of motor Strelke to storm that position. And another bunch up here. These guys are stormed down the middle.
These guys are running really low on cannons.
Right, motorcycle, load back up into your guys. You guys regroup, only just cycle around a bit. Oh damn, you got ADATs. There it is. Target that. It's on the move. Should be easy pickings for a T-80's Cobra. You regroup. You start charging. The ADATs is running. Let's just keep up this attack. Damn, there's enemy infantry. Let's regroup the T-80s just so we can manage them a bit easier. SC-25 still getting fixed. Let's just call in another one. SC-25, knock out the ADATs. You can just stop losing your sight on this guy all of a sudden. Okay, he's dead. Reprioritize the command vehicle. You guys move up, secure the FOB. We want some supplies. Right, that command vehicle's dead. Okay. Everyone resupply. Get your cannons, get your AGKM, get everything you want. You move up. There's still a lot of center to explore. And there's an ADM. It looks ripe for the killing. That's buying in a third just because I'm lazy. It's a pretty simple attack run. As long as it doesn't break line of sight, that should be it dead. Is that the game over? Yes it is. Excellent. Total victory, death to the computer. Let's see. Battle group has been destroyed, plus 30 points. Excellent. And is that the end of today's fighting? Western Soviet forces have obeyed to Iraq in the war against its Iranian neighbour. Continuous flow of oil to secure the war. Okay, I'm not sure how that affects the game. But there we go. That's the end of day 6 fighting. Threaten the force to more redeploy their conventional nuclear weapons in this area. Okay, fine, fair enough. Right, well that's day 6 of fighting in more or less one episode. I think that didn't take too long, but until next time, this has been All Region. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.